Hi everyone! Today I want to share a unique Japanese custom that I believe could be the key to promoting peace worldwide. Be sure to stick around until the end. In Japan, there is a tradition of giving gifts called o-chūgen in the summer and o-seibo around the end of the year to express gratitude to people who helped you. Now that the o-chūgen season has passed, we've been receiving all kinds of things from friends, neighbors, and even family members. In Japan, there's this amazing tradition of sharing what you receive with others, and it's called osusowake. Originally, osusowake meant giving away part of something you received as a gift. But nowadays, it can be anything from homemade treat, homegrown veggies, or even things you bought that you share with others. The o in osusowake is a polite prefix, and suso refers to the bottom of kimono, which can also symbolize something small or insignificant. In the old days, people used to say, "Here's something small and insignificant," when giving a gift. You might think that sounds weird, right? But it's actually a way to show humility and respect in Japanese culture. In the same way, the suso in osusowake also reflects a uniquely Japanese form of humility. It symbolizes the modesty deeply ingrained in Japanese culture. So, what are some examples of osusowake that could change the world? Let's dive into it. When you live in the city, most of your food comes from buying it. But if you look to more rural areas, many people grow or gather their food. Since we moved from Tokyo to the countryside, we've received so much from others. For example, when we pass by neighbors coming back from their fields, they'll say, "Do you want some onions?" Or "How about some cucumbers?" and hand us freshly picked produce. Even when we try to return the favor, we end up getting even more in return. It's truly comforting to not only get fresh food, but also know the person who grew it. At weddings, everything we receive from the bride and groom, whether it's something tangible or just their joyful energy, is considered a share of their happiness. This includes the wedding cake we get served, the small gifts handed out as we leave, and most importantly, seeing their radiant smiles. After the reception, guests are often given souvenirs, which we call hikidemono in Japan. And when we bring those home, we might even share them with neighbors, friends, or family as a way to pass on some of the joy from the wedding. In a certain region, fishermen and farmers share their seasonal catches and harvests with each other. When fishermen bring in fresh seasonal fish, they pass them along to the farmers. Likewise, when farmers harvest their fresh crops, they share them with the fishermen. This custom is all about sharing the happiness that comes from these moments of abundance. It's referred to as sharing the joy in the community. By spreading happiness, it grows and multiplies many times over. When kindergarten or preschool children visit elderly care homes, it's often described as sharing their energy with the residents. Similarly, when you visit a friend or family member in the hospital with flowers, it carries the hope that the flower's energy will help them feel better. Even a handshake or hug from a healthy, lively person can transfer a bit of their energy. Osusowake isn't just about sharing physical items, it's also about sharing positive vibes and energy. You know the feeling. I really want this, but it's way too much for just me. Still, it's cheaper to buy in bulk than buy less. In times like these, I always go for the bigger pack and share it around. If you've traveled to Japan, you've probably noticed that many snacks come in small individual packages. You might wonder why bother with all the extra wrapping. But these little packets are actually super handy. They are hygienic, help keep the snacks fresh, and are perfect for sharing. When you feel like you should give something in return for a gift you've received, these products make it super convenient. Wrapping things up in a sweet little package adds an extra touch of joy, guaranteed to brighten someone's day. And finally, there's another example that can be seen as a form of sharing. This story comes from the aftermath of the 2011 Great East Japan earthquake. During the disaster relief efforts, an American female pilot flying in surprise was told by one of the locals, "We have enough here, could you please deliver the rest to other shelters in need?" The pilot later commented, "I was moved by how even in such a crisis, the Japanese people never forgot their manners or their spirit of selflessness." This gesture was a true reflection of Japanese sharing mentality. So instead of calling it selflessness, I believe the spirit of sharing is a more fitting term. Lately, I've been hearing a lot about panic buying. I feel like it comes from a mindset of as long as I'm okay. But if more people embrace the idea of sharing or passing it on, I truly believe the world would become a more peaceful place. What do you all think? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you next time. In the video, you saw a cloth wrapped around the gift, which is called furoshiki in Japan. It's a traditional square cloth used for wrapping and carrying items. Furoshiki is not only eco-friendly but also versatile. You can use it to wrap gifts, carry groceries, or even cover wine bottles. It comes in various sizes and designs, making it a practical and beautiful tool. If I get the chance, I'd love to show you how to use furoshiki and the different ways to wrap with it.